And we are live. Was good, Charles, your man, DL Saint. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How y'all doing out there? So I really want to know podcast, man. There's something going on right now that I really want to know. If you guys have seen the thumbnail, why do people fear free speech? I really want to. I really want to know that. What is it about free speech that scares people so much? What is it? I have my ideas on that. I have some takes on it, but so last night, Fresh and Fit did an emergency podcast. They did like the emergency podcast right there. They shared with their supporters, they shared with anyone who would listen, the fact that YouTube apparently appears to be in the process of trying to silence Fresh and Fit. They want to shut them down. All right. Um, first of all, salute to Myron and Fresh. The way they're handling this is admirable. Most people will throw a hissy fit or, tantrum, start calling people names and all that. Myron and Fresh both understand that the end of the day is business. YouTube has a monopoly. They have this business on lock. You doing something that YouTube doesn't want, they will shut you down. And the powers to be, the government, they're not going to do anything about it. And they're just going to say, well, YouTube has a right to blah, 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 which they do. But what I don't understand is why. Why is it that YouTube now has a problem with certain types of content on their platform? I've only recently discovered YouTube, to be honest with you, like really been rocking with it. I've known about YouTube since it's been around, but back in the day with Tall Guy and Organic and all those people, Mr. Beast, before he became, before the billions, y'all know the billions is coming from Mr. Beast. He's getting bread. YouTube was just happy to have anyone on the platform pushing their product, allowing them to grow and get better and improve. And everybody was everybody. You know what I mean? Everything was good. But now YouTube ain't rocking like that no more. I see you, Tez. What's good, fam? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, bro. I see one of my knights in here. You know what I mean? My second in command right in the building. What's good, fam? Colonel Sanders in the building. Executive officer, man. Nice Templar. Shout out to the Knights. We had a great meeting last night. Shout out to Life of Cash. He came through. I could finally say I know Life of Cash, people. Y'all know over here. I can't say I know you until I see you and break bread. We broke bread last night. We had an amazing meeting. We're doing good things. And this is something that came up briefly. We were kind of looking at it, but we had to continue with our business. I got in late. I think I got home around 3:30 in the morning. I was reaching out to Myron. I was reaching out to Fresh. Hey, man, what can I do? Right? Is there anything I can do? And, both Myron and Fresh got back to me. And they were like, yes. Right. So for those of you who want to support Fresh and Fit, whether you rock with them or not, for those of you who are really for free speech and who really believes in the ideals that make America, and that is a bedrock, fundamental tenets of American belief, is free speech, man. Free speech. Free speech is not pretty. In fact, free speech is ugly, but it's essential. It's essential. You can't just go around shutting people down. You can't just do it. You want to stifle voices. Why? Right? Americans here, wherever they sit on the political spectrum, the left and the right, they want to shut people down. They want to shut voices out. They did it during the civil rights movement, right? They did it during abolitionist times, right? When real feminists were out there changing the world. Shout out to the real feminists. Right? Not the stuff that's going on now. I'm talking about the first wave. Feminism came about because women wanted to do something to stop slavery. That's where feminism came from. It wasn't about having bags and being a boss babe and getting money and having body choice of this and that. No, it was to right a wrong. And there were those who tried to shut them down. They tried to shut them up. Didn't work. That's what a real feminist is. A real feminist is a woman who cares and is willing to fight and put herself at risk to make change. That's it. That's a real feminist. If you out here just getting your back blown out so you can get on somebody's yacht, you're not a feminist. Learn your history. But like what's going on with Myron and Fresh? Like, look, and yes, this is bias. And let's keep it 100. I am personal friends with Myron and Fresh. I respect those guys. I like those guys. I spend time with them men. Does that mean I agree with everything that they do and say? Hell no. Absolutely not. Ask Myron and Fresh. They'll tell you, like, nah, Saint don't be on this and that. Saint don't like this. Saint don't like that. But they gonna do what they do. And if you are true and if you are loyal, you're gonna stay with your clan. We talk about it. But I'm not gonna run when someone attacks them. We're gonna watch this video they put out. 20 minutes on YouTube, and then they went over to Rumble. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. I hate Rumble. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate it. Like the people they got over in Rumble aren't the kind of people I want to rock with. I'm not talking about the good folks who going over there just trying to do something, who have been forced over there. Like, just keep it 100. They've been forced over there. Man, I'm talking about how Troy Francis put it. Shout out to brother Troy Francis. He was out today talking about this. The knuckle draggers that are over there, right? The low IQ, dumbass dudes that are over there. The worst of the worst, the basement dwellers, they're over there. But guess what, though? They can get help, too. At some point, they're going to get tired of being unseen and being weird and being stupid and getting choked out by people like me. Because if you call me nigga, I'm coming to see you, homie. I'm telling you right now, Rumble. You put it in the chat with your little Mickey Mouse icon and think I can't find you. Just keep that in mind. As ugly as that is, I still believe that people should have the right to use those words. I think people should have the right to say those things because that's America. You have a right to say what you want to say. Freedom of speech is a real thing. It's a real thing. Countless American heroes have given their life for people to say what they want to say without fear of someone coming to shut them down, trying to do something to them, either physically or financially. And people say, "Oh man, you making this out to be more than it is, Come on, Saint, it ain't that bad." Yes, it is. This is how it starts. This is how it starts. I'm a black man raised in America, and I came up. I'm old enough to remember, like I've people ask me about use of the N-word and why I have a problem with it, because people used to call me nigga. Right? The police used to call me nigga. Certain neighborhoods I couldn't go to in my life. There were certain neighborhoods I couldn't be in. I knew I was going to be in trouble because I was black in America. Right? It is what it is. It's ugly, but it's gotten better. It's gotten better. Freedom of speech is essential to our way of life here in America. Essential. We got to know everything, man, the good, the bad, and the horrific. We asking Americans to risk their life in uniform to go out and defend and support the Constitution of the United States. That's the First Amendment. It's the first one. You know what I mean? It's like America is the great experiment. I mean, and it's, in my opinion, it's the best form of all governments are bad, but this is the best of all the bad ones. I'd rather be here dealing with what we got. I'd rather be an American moving through this world, moving through this existence, than be anybody else. It's ugly, y'all. But to shut it down, to censor people, it's wrong. It goes against everything that America was made and stands for, was built on and stands for. So yeah, I'm friends with Myron and Fresh. So yeah, this is biased, but it's not about just them. I can't stand Nick Fuentes. I can't. I can't sit in the room with him. I'll probably put my hands on him. Just keeping it 100. I can't be around him. I think he's a coward. He's the ultimate weirdo, but he should not be censored. He should be able to say what he wants to say, how he wants to say it. Now, somebody comes up and deals with him based on what he said. All right, cool. That's part of it. Like I said, freedom is ugly. Freedom of speech is ugly. Freedom of expression is ugly. Here in America, man, you're free to be as successful as you want to be, and you're free to be as much as a deadbeat as you want to be. That's America. You can't do that any other country on this globe that I'm aware of. That's America, bro. There's a lot of y'all out here, man. Y'all out here jumping up and down, and y'all happy. Y'all think this is a game. I see it all the time, the aberrant preachers of the world. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all can't say what y'all want to say in Canada already, right? So keep that shit in Canada. Don't bring that shit down here. We got Americans out here who are just too damn successful. We're victims of our own success in this country. Don't nobody fuck with us. Real talk. What nation is going to stand against America? I've heard people talk about China could do something to us and Russia could do something to us. Man, y'all high. Go join the United States military. Go have a peek at what we got. And I'm here to tell you, everything you see when you join the military, what you see now is nothing compared to the shit you don't see. I was lucky enough to spend my time in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, or whatever they call it now. What they call it? Fort Freedom or some shit? I don't know. Leave it Bragg. They're mad because that guy was Confederate general. So what? Fort Bragg has a name now. You know what I mean? If you somewhere in some faraway land, you being held by some bad people, and they tell you some men from Fort Bragg, North Carolina coming to get you, you're going to have a big smile on your face. Oh, that means Delta Force is inbound. The Green Berets are coming. Maybe the Rangers. Everybody comes through Fort Bragg. If you tip of the spear, you've been through there. And if you tip of the spear, you know what I'm talking about. It takes a lot to ensure our freedoms in this country. And I'll be damned if I sit by and let somebody who ain't never served, who ain't never fought, who ain't never hurt, who ain't never bled, take that away. We just going to give it away so we can feel safe. Life ain't safe. Ain't there a song that says that? It ain't safe. This is way bigger than Fresh and Fit or Nick Fuentes, right? Or anybody else y'all can think of on the left or right. It's way bigger. This is way bigger than that. We can't allow these sheeple to give away the freedoms that America's fought, bled for, and died for. We can't allow that. We just can't sit back and let that happen. Because they want to feel safe. They want the world to look a certain way. They want you to believe what they believe. These people over here, YouTube, man, doing all that stuff. Like I said, it's not just Fresh and Fit that they're going after. You know who they are. You know who they've been going after. It ain't just YouTube. Mainstream media does it. They're all working together. Like you can go watch a Fresh and Fit video, but you can't donate. You can't give money. Why not? Why not? They don't want you to support them. Why? Why can't you support them if that's what you want to do with your money? Shouldn't you be free to do with whatever you want to do with your money? In China, they don't have freedoms. North Korea, they don't have freedoms, right? I'm not a big fan of the Middle East. Why? Because they really don't have freedom. If you got money, you good. If you broke, you downtrodden for real. And right there, I got a lot of friends. Myron's one of them. There's a lot of people in the red pill world. They love Dubai. I can't stand it. I ain't a fan of the Middle East. I don't like the way they get down. But that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and stop you from going. It doesn't make any sense. Like Life and Cash is in the building. What's good, fam? Absolute pleasure last night hanging out with you, bro. Thanks for coming out, man. I'm glad you're here, man. I hope you join us, bro. We need you, man. We definitely need you. Rod Erick's in the building. What's good, fam? Representing from Dallas. Good to see you, man. Scam Likely in the building. What's good, man? I see you, bro. Dusto's in the building. Sister Candace is in the building. There's a woman I know who cares about America. Her husband right now is in uniform. He defends America. So she defends America. She holds the household down. Good to see you, love. We have lost our way, people. We have lost our way. Let Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones and all the rest of them have their own podcast or whatever they want. Let them have it. I'm not going to watch it. Hey, I don't care. But we have to protect people from those folks like them. We have to protect you from their words. Now we got to protect them from you guys trying to protect us. You can't protect me. You a sheep. I'm a warrior. You worried about words? Come on now. You want to protect people? Educate them. America. Why do we have such a shitty education system? How come we don't put no money in the education? None. We don't put any money in the education. You really want to protect people? You just want people to be dumb. You want people to be just batteries out there. Y'all don't want to protect nobody, man. All y'all trying to do is get the bread. You want people dumb. I got a book I'm writing about this too, y'all. I got a book I'm writing. Not about this, but about America. Even with all these problems, we're still the best country on the planet. Even though we're going down. Y'all should be upset. If you're out there listening to me, whether you agree with me or not, you should be upset. We should all agree that censoring people, it doesn't work. And it's un-American. I get people shit all the time because they're communists. It's one of my biggest jokes, man. Look, I must be a commie. I be just saying it, having fun, but now I'm gonna have to start looking at people like, oh, it must be an American. Must be one of them Americans. Want to censor you. They want to protect you from words. Sticks and stones, people. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. We got so many super soft people out here. You tell them the truth and they start crying. They want to go run and hide. You can't call me fat. I didn't call you fat. I called you clinically obese. Because you are 5'3" and 425 pounds. You about to die. But if I tell you that, you want to shut me up. Right? Transgenders. I don't care what you do or how you modify your body or whatever, but if you were born a man and you've been a man for 20 years, your body, your bone structure, you know what I mean? Your lung capacity is better than a woman's. Period. That's the truth. You want to get mad at me? You want to shut me up because I don't use your pronouns? I don't care about your pronouns, and I don't have to. Freedom of speech. I have the freedom to think what I want to think. Man, it's crazy, man. Brother Cody's Kings in the building. What's good, fam? It's like, yeah, they knew they did know this would happen, bro. They knew this was going to happen, man. You know, and YouTube is about making that money. They top creators can do whatever they want to do, man. They can say what they want and do what they want. You know what I mean? But YouTube will sit there and they will come after certain sectors of the community on their platform and try to shut them down. And you're right. It did used to be okay. Rumble and other platforms would take over in time unless YouTube creators, creates more incentive. Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't think Rumble's going to be the platform. It could be. They just need help. I think all these men out here who love this message, you know, like the manosphere world, especially like the fresh and fit stuff, all the men who love that, all the smart dudes, all the engineers, all the hardworking guys, all the guys who are willing to support. People have been asking me, what can we do, Unc? How can we help, Unc? And I'm like, look, bro, rally up the troops, man. Put teams together. I can't stand Rumble. I joined Rumble today just so I could support my friends. I can't stand Rumble. I went to their locals and I joined their locals. I encourage everyone to do the same. Go to Fresh and Fit locals. and support them. Send $1, bro. If you got $1, man, go ahead and send that, man. If you can, whatever you can donate. These dudes really help people, man. Y'all think Myron and Fresh are doing this because this is all they can do? It's the only way they can make money? No, there's tons of YouTubers out there. This is the only way they can make money. Tons of them. You take this away from Albert and Preach today, man, tomorrow them dudes will be out there broke, living like everybody else, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's like, why you picking on Albert and Preach? Because they on some bullshit, man. Don't be celebrating this. Now, I know Albert doesn't celebrate this normally. He's going to say that it's wrong, but at the same time, sneak it in. You know what? Let me pause on that. I'm going to have to actually go and watch the video they put out. I saw the thumbnail. I didn't watch the video. I'm going to have to go and watch the video because I might owe those dudes an apology. Honestly, they might be saying what I'm saying right now. They might be. So I'm going to go watch that first. You know what I mean? So this is where, as a people, we got to sit back and we got to, like my Knights, right? Like we got the new Templars, and like my Knights and my friends, they hold me to account. So I'm like, you know what? I'm teaching my young brothers and my brother Knights out here to think stuff through before they act. And here I am flying off the handle, going off on Albert and Preach. That's out of context for me. You know what? I'm going to apologize up front right now for Albert and Preach. If people listen or they listen, I do apologize. But I'm going to go check out content. And if I find something out there that I think is just on some bullshit, then I'm going to say something about it. But I haven't done that yet. I jumped the gun. I'm angry. So I need to rein in my emotions. I'm trying to I want to do rights by Fresh&Fit. I want to do right by Myron and Fresh. I want to help them. And helping them means doing the right thing, not going out here doing anything stupid, doing anything rash, making it harder on them. I don't want to do that. I want to help them. So if you're out there, men, and you love this content, and this content has helped you, this content has kept you from deleting yourself, from killing yourself, if this content has made you a better man, if this content was enabled you to have the relationship you've always wanted, if this content, and I'm talking about Fresh&Fit and the Manosphere Red Pill world, if this content has helped you to pull yourself out of the basement, to allow yourself to be seen by women, right? If this content has helped you learn to speak to people, if this content is the reason why you wash your ass in the morning, great. Yeah, what you can do to help, you can donate. Go to locals. You can support them on Rumble. Go to Rumble. I've suggested to Myron and Fresh that they put a Cash App up on their YouTube stuff, since YouTube's completely demonetized them. And if they have a Cash App, you can shoot them a Cash App. But what they really need you to do, they need you to talk to other brothers out there like you, and women too. There's sisters out there like Sister Candace, who's all about making men, not making men, but allowing men, helping men to step up and become men. Help them step up and get into their role. Tia Kiki, Sister Candace, there's tons of women out there who support Fresh&Fit. These women that come in and say, hey, man, I have my man watch your podcast and he's become a better person. So there's the financial side of that. You can go out and help people with money, right? But we need guys to get together, come together at a grassroots level. Let's find the engineers out there. Let's find the programmers out there. Let's find the sales guys out there. Let's get together. Let's put teams together. Let's help Rumble get better. Better yet, let's start a whole nother platform. Let's get YouTubes from competition so they'll get off their high horse. You know what I mean? It would be pointless to sit here and say, hey, let's boycott YouTube. That's pointless. That's not going to happen. Don't even try. But what we can do, we can get people to come out there and compete with YouTube, right? And force them to get back to doing business the way that they used to do business. We could do that. There's a poem out there. Let me do this. There's a poem out there. Like when this happened, it just poem popped into my head. And I'm sure you guys have heard this before, but here it is right here. First, they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I am not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I am not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. This ain't new, people. This ain't new. This is how it begins. Last time something like this started, it ended out with the whole world fighting a war. This is how it starts. You know, people are like, come on, Saint, man, you going a little bit too far. No, I'm not. This is how the shit starts. First, they came for the YouTubers. Then they came for the writers, the vloggers. Right? They came for the people who wrote op-eds. Then they came for the people who did the TED Talks. Then they came for independent media. Then they came for the teachers, the historians. Then they came for the preachers and the rabbis and the imams. And then they'll come for you. It's how it works. It's how it works. It's hard to come for me in this country. It's hard to come for certain people in America. Why? Because we have a Second Amendment. That's why. We have a Second Amendment. But this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy, y'all. So I want to show the video from last night, just the YouTube part. I'm not going to go to the Rumble part. I want to show some of this video because I definitely have some thoughts on it. Brother Life and Cash, I think we have the freedom to say what is socially acceptable. This depends on the social circle. Yeah, we have the freedom to watch what we want to watch and don't watch what we don't want to watch. That's what it boils down to. Myron and Fresh did a show, a series of shows with Nick Fuentes. I ain't watched a single one of them. I don't rock with Nick Fuentes. I don't want to hear what he has to say. I didn't watch a single one. Right? That doesn't mean I got a problem with Minor Fresh. That doesn't mean I want them shut down. Right? I was watching Fresh and Fit earlier this week. On Wednesday, they had a great panel. I rarely watch the after hours, but they had a great panel of women on that after hours. It was an outstanding conversation. I was planning on doing a reaction to it. I'm still going to do it. It's an outstanding conversation. I did watch it. I watched it in its entirety. It was amazing. It reminded me of how Fresh and Fit started. I was pleased. I was happy. I was proud of my dudes. Like, man, I'm glad they did that. The episode they did with Steve the Accountant. Outstanding. Tons of value. I enjoyed that. But simply because I enjoyed it doesn't mean I want to force everyone in America to watch it. Right? Just like if they can silence somebody, they can keep you from watching something, and they can force you to watch something, right? That's the other side of that. They can force you to do it. I don't advocate for that either. I advocate for freedom. Sister Candace, is not about money. It's never been about money. It's about lives saved and influenced. Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Colonel Sanders, like, censorship leads to false messages, which leads to sheep. Sheep elect those who can control them best. Most Americans don't even participate in our elections, our political process. We need to get more Americans to do that. Brother Ted's Red Pill Manosphere content is about to be censored permanently. Yeah, they're going to try. They're going to try. And this is why with my nights, so it's like, this is why we need to get together and meet in person. You can't rely on this platform. You can't rely on YouTube or social media or the internet, this type of technology. Y'all got to get together. Find out where you guys are. Seek each other out wherever you are in the country and get together. The Knights get together once a month in Central Florida. We're growing. We get together once a month. How you going to censor us? We talking. Brother Cody, I like, what's that, bite shoot? What's that, beat shoot? I don't know what that is, bro. Brother Pitney Juice is in the house. Much love, DL. Just joining the stream. I watched the Emergency Fresh and Fit live stream yesterday, and all I can say is that this is a major disservice to men all across the globe. Facts, man. This content, like it or not, people love or hate Fresh and Fit. It doesn't change the fact that they are making a difference. They made a dent in the universe. They are helping people, bro. They are helping people. Brother Penny said, I discovered you through Fresh and Fit. Even if they get removed from YouTube permanently, the impact Myron and Fresh made can never be forgotten. Facts. YouTube is definitely going to remove them. Scam likely. If that's the case, most Manosphere's content owes us money. I'm not even sure what you're talking about, bro. Sister Candace just celebrated 12 years of marriage, thanks in part to Fresh and Fit and the mods. That's what's up. It's undeniable, man. People are being helped. It just opens your mind to a different way of thinking. That's it. That's what you want to do. You can't be in those bubbles. You got to move in different bubbles and be in different, talk to different folks. You can't always be around people who think like you. You got to be around people who have a different opinion. Cody's like, run ad blockers. Yeah, it could do that. Brother Cody is saying, tell him to contact Alex Jones and get on his network. I think they're looking at all options. Again, I'll be down there this weekend. I'm definitely going to talk to the brothers and see what's up, see what I can do to help out. I got ideas, because at the end of the day, it boils down to fundraising and getting money to maintain it. We're going to watch this video here in a second. Shoot, got the wrong. There we go. We're going to watch this video here in a second. Bit shoot. Oh, thank you. Thank you, bro. The Manosphere needs to build its own infrastructure. Facts. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Men solve problems, men build things. That's what really needs to happen. That's what really needs to happen. And it should be a man thing. Okay, the men should build it and people will come. And it shouldn't be like, oh, this is just red pill. Like, nope, this is for all of us. From the far left to the far right here, we're going to talk about this stuff. Here it is. Here it is. And that can be done. That could be done. That, and what Brother Penny's talking about is that's what we should be doing. When people say, how do we help Fresh and Fit? That's how you do it right there. That's how you do it right there. Let me get over here. This right here. That's how you do it. And men can do it. American men can do it. It's one of those things that, like Donald Trump, y'all know I don't like Donald Trump, this whole make America great again bullshit. America's always been great. We always will be great so long as we uphold our basic values. If we protect our freedoms, we'll always be great. If we give away these freedoms, we're just like everybody else. Make America great again is one of the dumbest slogans I ever heard. It worked when Reagan did it. Make America great again, whatever. We've always been great. It's ugly. We deal with what we got to deal with, but we're still America. You know what I mean? So let's check this out, man. This is Myron and Fresh from last night's.
And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast, man. We got a very important announcement for you guys. Let's get into the show.
Let's go.
And we are live thing. Yeah, I got that from Myron. It just was stuck in my head when I started. I didn't know what else to say, and it just came out. And we are live, even though it's just me sitting here. I got it from Fresh and Fit, bro. And I'm always use it. I like it. I like it. You know what I mean? Let's get back to it. Like you see Big Mo and Chris, there's so many people behind the scenes that are full-time employees of Fresh and Fit platform. These people are eating because of this platform.
All right, and we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh and Fit Podcast, man. As you guys know, we had a show scheduled earlier with Psych Hacks, but we had to cancel because we got some really, sucky news.
Crazy news.
Yeah, crazy news, real talk.
Yeah.
Right now we're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble. And guys, I mean,
is this the end, bro? Because we got some bad news, man. I mean, when I heard that, I was shocked because I mean, we love YouTube, man.
Yeah.
We love streaming.
Yeah.
And at this point, I feel like our whole lives are revolved around streaming and like adding value to people online. It's just like it won't be the same, bro.
Yeah.
What we heard.
In 2020, guys, as you guys know, I was working for the government, right? I was a special agent of Homeland Security. He worked for Wix, we'll just call it.
Yeah.
Right.
Wix.com, yeah.
And he was a tech support. I was arresting bad guys, etc. We started this podcast. We did our first episode on October 26th, 2020. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And those who know or familiar with the Fresh and Fit platform, everyone knows the origin story. They know how, Myron's a federal agent and he had to give up that career, something he loved to do the podcast. Fresh was tech support guy, worked his way up, was doing his thing. Both these guys were doing good before Fresh and Fit. They were making money. They were the quote unquote high value man, top tier dude, as I like to call them. They were top tier guys, not afraid of working. And they through a mutual friend came together and this platform was born, and they've been going hard ever since. Ever since. When they say they love it, man, they do love it. Listen, I've been with those guys, man. I've not just in Miami. I was out there in Dallas with those dudes, bro. I catch them in different cities doing whatever, sitting around. I know how hard they go, man. They go hard. Myron goes extremely hard. Fresh, it's like, bro, like, man, I can remember sitting down with Fresh, like, man, you gotta get some sleep, man. You gotta take care of yourself. You're like, no, I'm gonna be all right, bro. You gotta strike while the iron is hot. You gotta get this. I gotta go over here and do that, do this. And they're good dudes. I mean, they're good dudes, man. I don't have to agree with all their views on life. Just talking about good men. They're good men out there doing their thing, man. They're not out there doing all that crazy, wild stuff. They weren't, but they had to make a tough decision up front, and they did it.
And Chris was there. The apartment was all empty and shit. And and we had our first podcast. If you guys go back and watch it, like the thing was all zooming in and out and everything else like that, and it was all messed up.
It's like we're at a house club.
Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah. It was literally, but we got it figured out. We got the lighting fixed, and we continued to improve. Fresh landed some really good guests early on. And continues to get us a great guest. And
we made hours of content in the streets, TikTok, Patreon.
Yeah.
Many nights, 3 a.m, 4 a.m. Chris was there too.
While working jobs. And then I'll never forget, I get an email November 14th. Internal Affairs. Hey, we need you to come in for an interview. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go, right? And I'm working at the government, sitting at my desk, writing up a report, and I see this email. Yeah. And this is 2020 November. And I, I go, I let my supervisor know, hey, I gotta go up to, the Internal Affairs office, right? Because it's not at the same building as us. And, I go over there and they take my phone. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? And then, and then they're like, they didn't want to tell me, but they're like, hey, we're part of an internal investigation. Next day I meet up with the special agent in charge, and they tell me, hey, it has to do with your YouTube. And right there it clicked. I was like, wait, hold on. Okay.
So he knew right off rip. He was like, look, man, he knew. Now, if you're a government agent, you're in law enforcement, or you're like in the military. You know, Myron was doing undercover work and stuff like that. Them coming after Myron was about that. Keeping him safe, the integrity of the department or the agency, the organization. That's what that was about. I can see them saying, all right, man, you got to do one or the other. I don't think it would have been a problem if Myron was behind the scenes. If he was just a producer, he's got the name Myron Games, which is not, that's an entertainment name. That's not his legal name. If he's just behind the scenes making money, doing the podcast, doing the stuff, I don't think they would have really been on him like that. But his face is out there. It's like, bro, you sitting on this podcast and you with us. This is absolutely gonna interfere with your ability to do the job, right? So I get that point, but he had to make a choice. He had to decide, and he decided to do the podcast. He resigned from something he loved to do. He's about to say that in a second. Brother Doug's in the building. What's good, fam? Let's continue.
They probably think that I'm recording videos on my phone. Like that's what it is, which it was a fucking like iPhone 6 or 7. It was a piece of shit. And what ended up happening is I had to make a really tough decision that month. I remember going back and forth, trying to negotiate, trying to figure out what we're going to do. And, they're like, no, like you have to pick one. You have to either, you're going to be a YouTuber or you can be a special agent of Homeland, but you're not going to do both. And I had to make that decision. I remember you were there.
Yeah.
We had Andrew here. And I was like, well, we got people working for us now. There's people that depend on us. You had to pretty much quit your gig. So I was like, all right, I'm going to resign. And I walked in December 5th, turned in all my stuff. And I walked away from the US government. It was a good, 6-figure job. It was stable. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. You guys know on my Fed Reacts, you guys see how I talk when I'm talking on that channel. And and I tell you guys that story to tell you that I haven't felt like that since today.
Like these dudes, for those out there who think that Myron and Fresh, like this is the one podcast where I can tell you it's not about the money. I can honestly tell you that it's not about the money. I've seen the messages that Myron and Fresh get from dudes, mostly Myron. I've seen the death threats. Right? I've seen that. And that affects him. It affects anyone. If you get a death threat and you get multiple death threats, bro, it's gonna affect you. It's like, what is this? Normally it's just, what I'm saying, these invisible people trying to be seen saying this horrific stuff, but I mean, it is what it is, man. But I've also seen I've seen the messages when the guys like, man, I was gonna kill myself. This is how I was gonna do it. A lot of guys, a lot of it, it's like firearms. They bought the firearm, they waited patiently, went and got themselves a box of ammo. One bullet's all they need, and they're just saying all this stuff. A lot of these dudes write this stuff out, man. They have like a checklist of how they gonna do it. I've seen dudes come up and tell those stories, right? I've seen the messages that he's talking about, and I've seen people come up to him. You see it in their eyes, man. They're like, they're so happy. They can't even talk right there in front of him. Like, you saved my life. And they mean it. And a lot of people like get out here in the real, this fake YouTube world or whatever, social media world, be clowning those guys, man. Those people are here today because of the information they found in this platform, because of stuff that Myron and Fresh said or stuff that they covered. Sometimes it just takes that little nudge, right, to keep you from doing something stupid to yourself, bro. Sometimes that's all it takes, a little bitty nudge. And these guys come back and it's like, man, I've turned myself around. I'm not fat anymore. I'm working out. I'm like, I got my credit score together. I'm buying a house, a multifamily mostly, because Myron was always big on real estate. Like, make sure multifamily. These guys are like, man, women are seeing me now. I get my hair cut. I get nice haircuts. I'm buying decent clothes. I'm looking good, feeling good. This is the same dude who was going to end it all 6 months prior, a year prior. They was going to do it. They are helping guys, man, and women too, but they're out there helping men. Do they miss the mark sometimes, or do they say some wild stuff sometimes? Yeah. Yes. It is what it is. Like, whatever. But you take the good and you leave the rest, bro. You take the good and you leave the rest. You know what I mean? Sublime, hey, how you doing, fam? You want to work as a thumbnail designer for me, man? Hey, man, shoot me an Instagram, bro. Shoot me an Instagram. We can talk about it, man. I know my nights already got on me about my thumbnails, man. My nights were like, yo, thumbnails suck. And then I had to try to get better. I've gotten a little bit better. They're like, yeah, you've gotten better, but you still got some work to do. Of course I got work to do. Appreciate you, bro, coming through. They are helping men. I was in Dallas, Texas, when Myron and Fresh went out there. Shout out to Rod Eric. This is when Rod was going hard. There's so many Fresh and Fit supporters in Dallas, and Rod was able to win a contest. He gathered a bunch of guys together. Shout out to Rod, by the way. Like, shout out to Rod Eric, man. That brother knows how to network at the highest level, man. He brought together an army of dudes in his city and got them all to vote, because Myron and Fresh were like, what city you want us to come to? And Dallas won, and they showed up. And I remember we were standing on a rooftop in the afternoon sun in Dallas. And I don't know if anybody's ever been to Dallas, but that sun ain't no joke in Dallas. We're standing on a rooftop at an event. There had to be over 100 guys there, lined up, wanting to tell their testimony. They wanted to tell their story of how Myron and Fresh helped them. There was a dude whose girlfriend ran him over. His leg was still in a brace. Yo, like she wrecked him, man, literally. The man's life was changed forever, and he was like, it was the Fresh and Fit podcast. He's like, Myron, it was your words that gave me the strength to keep going. Come on now. That's a life saved, bro. Come on now. By this point, Myron and Fresh, they could have walked away from Fresh and Fit. At this point, they could have walked away from the platform. Both the dudes are good, man. They're 7-figure dudes. They were smart with the money that they brought in there. They reinvested into their product. They reinvested into their business, but they were smart with the profits that they made. They set themselves up. They are good. They don't need to. Right? They don't need to do this. And why do they do it, man? Stories like that, man. This dude's girlfriend ran him over, man. That guy came and told his story, man. It must have been 20 minutes. We all stood on that roof burning up, bro. It's hot. You know what I mean? Dallas sun ain't no joke, boy. It's hot. And we listened to this man's story. It was so many stories like that day. And one of the things you want to talk about money, you know, a lot of people say that Fresh and Fit, you know, they're scammers or whatever, gurus, whatever. They came to Dallas and they told Fresh and Fit Dallas what will become Fresh and Fit Dallas. They told Rod Eric, like, nah, we're not going to charge for anything. Like, we're not going to, I'm like, nothing. Fresh and Fit came out there and paid money on top of money just to be there, to be with their guys. I'm talking the bottle service and all that, the dinners and all that. Myron and Fresh do not like taking money from people, bro. I'm telling you, man. They don't. When they come out and do stuff, that Fresh and Fit 1 million anniversary, 1 million subscriber party that they had. Yeah, man. Myron and Fresh spent a lot of money. And yeah, people paid tickets for that. But people, it was so many people on board who didn't pay for tickets. All the food and drink were free. There was all kind of money there's stuff that was going on behind the scenes that y'all don't even know about. Yeah, Myron and Fresh had to make things right. And they just, all right, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Trust me, I'll be trying to do stuff for Myron and Fresh. They be like, nope. Like, nope. Oh man, let me pay for this. Nope. Oh man, let me pay for that. Nope. Last time I saw Myron, man, he paid for dinner, man. It must have been 8 of us, 12 of us. He paid for it. You couldn't even sneak I like to try to sneak to get to the waitress or the server and give them the card. I'm gonna take care of this. Myron and I already did that. Nope. Sorry, sir. Yeah, that guy over there. She's pointing to Myron. That guy over there. He already said not to take any money from nobody but him. He said you were gonna do that. Nope. Sorry. Talk to him. That's the kind of guy that Myron is. He ain't out there trying to get money. There's plenty of people out there who are. Plenty. There are plenty of people out there who are out there trying to get bread. And they'll do anything they can to run your pockets. Plenty. I talk about that on this platform. It's all red pillars, black pillars, and incellers talking about, oh, women, they all just trying to rob you. Like, there's a lot of these dudes out here trying to rob you as well. So don't put that on women. I put that on you. Don't be stupid. I rarely come across people who won't accept money. Myron's one of them. Just won't accept money. They won't do it. Brother Doug's like, I used to follow a self-proclaimed incel channel, and from the chat, I helped talk down this guy from self-deletion live on air. Oh, man, wow. Depression is real for some of these guys. Depression is real for most of these dudes, bro. For real. Last good man in Jersey's in the building. What's good, fam? He's like, do you know exactly what Fresh and Fit videos got demonetized? Man, the entire platform is demonetized. Fresh and Fit, Fetted, and CEO, like Fresh's vlog channel demonetized. Fresh and Fit podcast demonetized. Like if they got a show on, you can't send a super chat or anything like that. Same thing happened to Suzette Speaks. They got on Suzette over some, I need to circle back to her and find out how that turned out. But yeah, same thing. Her platform got demonetized. I'm sure she's gonna be back quick. They're not going after Suzette like they're going after Myron and Fresh. But all the videos have been demonetized, so they're over to Rumble. Like it's pretty much here, pretty quick. It's gonna be exclusive to Rumble. But let's get back to the video.
And it sucks, guys. It really does suck. Fortunately, we made some moves, etc. And we kind of knew that the type of content that we make, for us to be able to give you this content, we have to.
It comes at a cost.
It comes at a cost, dude.
And it won't be here forever.
Yeah. And Fresh always said this, enjoy us while you can.
Yeah. They thought we was capping, man.
Yeah.
They thought it was a joke.
And we made moves on the side knowing that this could potentially happen. And guys, the channel has been kicked off the YouTube partner program. Just keep it straight with
If you look right now, you can't even super chat or
you can't even super chat right now.
Yep.
So this is the beginning of the end of this era.
So we are in trolling chat. So
yeah. So you literally can't. Yeah, man. So it's so basically we're gonna figure out what's going on because we don't even really know all the details. We're working with YouTube to try to come to a middle ground and work together and figure this out. But for now,
we don't even know why.
We don't know the specific reason.
But we don't in any form or fashion
Chris
hate YouTube or want to go at them. We're just saying, we wish we knew the reason why, but we respect, for them to use the platform and keeping us here for a while. And we appreciate it.
Yeah.
But
and the thing is,
I want to point out that I think that the way that they're handling this, man, they're handling this like gentlemen. They're like real men. They're like, hey, I wish you would tell us what was going on. See, with YouTube, if you do something wrong, they'll send you warnings. They'll tell you what you did. Like, okay, you have a strike. If you have some content out there that's is copywritten, they'll give you the opportunity to erase the copywritten part, like to edit it out, or you can just just remove it. They give you chances. YouTube normally tells you what's going on. The thing about what's going on with Myron and Fresh is they have no idea what's going on. It's like they just boom, we're getting rid of you. And I have my own ideas on as to why it's going, it's going the way it's going. Like even with Suzette Speaks situation, she didn't know that they demonetized her, but she went and she looked and it told her this is what happened. And it told her the process. This is how you appeal. And this is what it is. And she was at least able to do that. Myron and Fresh, it's like, hey, what's going on? All of their it's like all of their channels, not just this one. It's not just Fresh and Fit. It's all of them. YouTube has taken away the ability for them to make money. Fresh and Fit were like always consistently like the top super chatted podcast out there. Always the top. I mean, tons and tons of money. You can go watch this, check out their Social Blade or whatever. There was ways to go look at how much money they were getting for those pocket watching types. That's where they were making their money. Their money was coming from donations. They don't get sponsors like that. Sponsors don't come on there and stay there long, right? They don't. Their content is such that it is dependent upon super chats, donations, and YouTube just took that away. It's like, oh, we're gonna take your money. What reason? And they're trying to find out. It's like, hey, and they're working with YouTube. Like, well, can we at least do this? I guess they're working out a way to stay on a little bit longer, and then they'll move over completely to Rumble or something. But and they're real explicit. Don't get mad at YouTube. I got to tip my hat to that. Shout out to them.
Is that you guys know, right? On this pod, we push the edge, right? We push the envelope. We're not going to lie about that. Like, we give you guys the real deal when it comes to getting in shape, when it comes to
money, girls,
dating. Improving yourself, etc. And unfortunately, to be able to give people real advice that they can take in real life and apply to the real world, you have to have uncomfortable conversations about uncomfortable topics in uncomfortable times. Guys, it's about to be an election year. You know what I mean? We're talking about certain points, and we've brought up certain points that might not be politically correct, right? That might not necessarily align with everyone's viewpoints, right? And we've worked really hard to bring people on that have different viewpoints, right? Some of them very controversial, some of them that may or may not be politically correct. And that's unfortunately the risk that you take when you make the kind of content that we do.
Even other platforms, look at Rumble. They're taking a huge beating on the stock market.
Yeah.
I mean, they're up.
Despite having one of the best years for revenue and for views and everything. And
so this comes at a cost, no matter who you are. Company, individual, creator.
Yep.
And a lot of you guys want to be aspiring RB creators as well. And I respect that, but just know at a certain level, it will cost you a price you got to pay. And I think me and Myron understand this, and we were saying, you know what? At some point, we're gonna have to deal with this price, and today's the day.
Yeah. And my thing is, guys, more than ever, real talk.
And you know, you guys are right in the chat. Like I'm trying to read as many chats as I can. I'm just gonna be showing them. But Brother Pitney, Mike, you're like almost 100% certain that platforming Nick Fuentes is the reason this is all happening. Yes, I would say that. And there was a couple episodes about 9/11 conspiracies. I think it was that. And then you couple that with all of the female stuff. You know, you have all those organized attacks from the left or whatever, the political left, and you know, like the LGBTQ and all that, even Black YouTube. Like, you have people who just love hating them. So you got that as well. But yeah, absolutely. I agree with you with the Nick Fuentes thing, bro. Absolutely. Sister Candace, YouTube didn't tell Tate what terms of service he violated. He was just deplatforming facts. They go after certain people, and it's like, you know what? We just want to get rid of them. You know what I mean? Last good man in Jersey. There's something very curious about this. YouTube will have to be careful how they word this, otherwise there'll be a lawsuit. Yeah, but I think YouTube reserve the rights to do what they want to do, basically. And then when people, you know, again, who goes through and reads all of the terms of service, that's in there. So I don't think there's going to be any lawsuits, bro, to be honest with you. I don't see that. I think the only way to get at YouTube is to have competition, have real viable competition come after them. And the YouTube will begin to modify what they're doing, in my opinion. Brother Doug's like, I've seen this happen before. Believe it's in their content. I mean, it's their content, and they pissed off some of the women working for YouTube. Like, yeah, YouTube, yeah. And I think Brother Doug had a chat in there where he's like, there's a lot of women working for YouTube. Yeah, and this is a male self-improvement space. Women come over to Fresh and Fit and get mad because they hear the stuff that they hear and see what they see. But why are you watching it? That's my thing. Why are you watching it? You know what I mean? So, and last game, he's like, I wonder if YouTube was looking at whatever I know they're looking at whatever, and they're looking at Pearly. And their platform is almost identical. I mean, they took from Fresh and Fit to get the views and likes. I know whatever podcast that dude Brian, he's starting to get the hate. He's starting to get the messages, the death threats, and all the rest of it. And YouTube is on him. I know that you could just tell, man. How could there not be? Right? GMC Hammer, that's one of my nights is in the building. He had to ask me, like, man, do you even know my name? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start calling you G Money. G Money's in the building, y'all. Speaking of platforming, NFS Nick Fuentes. Do you think creators like Adam Sosnick from Valuetainment is next? He went on Soscast. They've already come after, they being the media has already gone after Adam on Instagram. He had to fight to get his Instagram back. It was removed and he got it back. Yes, but I think they're going to be careful going after Valuetainment because of Patrick Bet-David, right? Soscast is under Valuetainment's umbrella. They're pushing the envelope over there big time, with Valuetainment Comedy and then with Soscast. So yes, I think the short answer to your question is yes, I think they're going to go after him, but I think they're going to do it a different way. Sister Candace, correction, single women come over to Fresh and Fit and get mad about the content facts. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me, sis. Yes. And this is why I love my circle. Keep me straight. Brother Rush is in the building. What's good, fam? Salute to you, man. Bro, they're in the process of shutting down Fresh and Fit, man. We're talking about YouTube. Let's continue.
More than ever. I know a lot of you guys send me messages, and trust me, I look at them. I really do look at them. And as a matter of fact, I save them too, because I sent some of them to Fresh today.
Yeah.
When you guys send me your DMs and say, yo, you saved my life. Yo, you send me a picture of your credit score. Yo, my girl is making sandwiches now, or whatever it is, right? That really means a lot to us, right? We've helped a lot of you guys from killing yourselves, from injuring yourself, from making a really bad decision or doing something that you can't necessarily take back. What I'm asking you guys is, just like we've saved you guys, we need you guys to save us. We need you guys to support us on Rumble, because that's.
And Myron's getting into a part where this is the first time I've ever heard Myron say anything about money. Normally, Myron's like, just like and subscribe, just support us that way. But this time it was like, hey, man, join Rumble. It's like $5. I joined their locals. I subscribed on, I set up a Rumble account and I followed them on Rumble. I hate Rumble, y'all. I'm just keeping it 100. I hate Rumble, but that's the least I can do. He's like, man, can you do Myron? I said, hey, man, what can I do to help, bro? Real talk. Send him a text and hit me back like, bro, one of the things he said, like, hey, man, you just, follow us on Rumble, man. And he told me. So he's going through this stuff, right? And I asked him what I could do, man. He was like, man, become a member on Rumble, man. That would be huge. Or locals. And I got him on locals. I'm like, no problem. And he's like, and keep spreading your wisdom, brother. That's what he told me. He's going through this and he's telling me to keep doing what I'm doing. How can I help you? He's like, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Hey, you can follow us on Rumble, man. You know I don't like Rumble, but I'm over there. And Brother Rush is like, hold up, they beefing with Valuetainment. I think it's a matter of time before YouTube comes after Valuetainment. I think YouTube is going to come after Valuetainment. They'll probably start with Soscast. And just like they did here, Valuetainment has all these platforms under this one umbrella. Well, Fresh and Fit, you had the Clips channel, anything Fresh and Fit, from Fair Reacts to Fresh's vlogs to the Fresh and Fit clips and all of that has been demonetized. All of it. So you can't be, you can't send them money through this platform. And I think it's a matter of time before they go after Valuetainment. We'll see. Patrick Bet-David is a very smart, very shrewd man. He can see things coming, so maybe he'll come up with a plan. I'm sure he has a plan, but it's just a matter of time. If one of those platforms is still doing stuff like, bringing up Fuentes, bringing up these these very, very controversial people, right? Because you'll go on PBD's podcast and he'll talk about conspiracy theories, reference 9/11 or reference JFK, the assassination or reference all this other stuff. That's what I think. They just let you do these things and then they come and just demonetize you. That's the first hit. And then they just deplatform you. So yeah, man, I absolutely believe that. Now I have no proof. I haven't asked, I don't have access to PBD like that. Like I met him, he's a cool cat. I do know some people on his team. I'll ask and see if they're having any issues yet. I'll ask. And Brother Life of Cash is right. Like, yeah, we did have 60 plus years of media, including Oprah, Sally Jesse Raphael, Murray, Ricky Lake, etc. There wasn't a big problem speaking about men in a negative light. Facts. You think of all those years of all them shows, Jerry Springer, all the rest of them. You're right. So long as you're beating up on dudes, you're right. It is what it is. But, it's just that this is, again, to those of us who are in this part of the internet, we're in this part of this world, this red pill world, this manosphere world. It is very, very, very small. People involved in this is like it's everything. It's like, oh, everyone knows what passport bros are. Everyone knows what hypergamy is. Everyone knows the 80-20 rule. Nah, bro. No, bro. Mainstream America really doesn't have any idea what's going on over here, man. They really don't. You'll see a couple op-eds or you might see an article here and there talking about dating or whatever, but they really don't know. And the only time you hear about it is when someone does something horrific. Someone grabs a weapon and does something stupid, and then that whole incel thing comes out and that whole narrative comes out. But still, the rank and file American has no idea. If you go outside today and you go into your local grocery store or wherever, to the mall, and you just randomly walk up to 10 people and ask them if they know who Fresh and Fit is, I guarantee you, I doubt if one of those people have ever heard of Fresh and Fit. If you go up to 10 kids, yeah, maybe 3 or maybe half of those kids have heard, maybe. But regular rank and file Americans, man, they have no idea what's going on, man, with this. And that's why I don't understand why they're doing it. This is one of those things to delete it while it's in its infancy stages because they don't want this message to get out. I mean, I've been hearing that and I've been disregarding it. Like, come on, man, it can't be that. But Myron and Fresh are just trying to help people. They have the receipts and you want to shut them down? It's crazy. Yeah, we've been giving each other nicknames, y'all. Let's see, Brother G Money. Like, what are your thoughts on Adam when you met him? Adam Sosnick, he is the person you see on camera. He's a nice guy. He's very friendly. He's very outgoing. He's a savvy guy. Like, he knows his business and stuff like that. And I think that his bubble, his social bubble, I think he's kind of in that world socially. That's his social bubble. That's how he sees the world. But cool guy. Very approachable, very friendly, outgoing, was eager to interact with, with the fan base and stuff like that. We had some great conversations. Yeah, man. I got nothing bad to say about him. You know what I mean? Gotta respect him. Brother Tim's in the building. What's good, fam? What's good with you? Brother Timothy, see you. Right? And Life of Cash, you're right, man. I mean, this is, again, I would argue the most un-American thing you can do is censor somebody. To infringe on a person's freedom of speech, I think that's the most un-American thing you can do. And that's what YouTube is doing right now, bro. Let's continue.
That's the last bastion of free speech at this point.
Yeah.
Rumble.com/Fresh&Fit, guys. Like, you need to go on there right now, follow the channel, subscribe. It's $5 a month. Because if you guys want us to keep making this content, that's what it's going to be. And we've worked really hard to try to
keep it free
as long as possible, man.
On YouTube,
like accessible. You guys know this.
Yeah.
We don't sit here and pitch courses to y'all every month. We're not always, trying to take money from y'all. When you guys super chat, it's just it's you guys showing support to the show. It engages the show, and we, for real, if we've impacted your life and we've saved it, we need you guys to save us now.
I got to call a name too from the very beginning. Black Lemur. He saw the show, appreciated the show. He donated a big amount for cameras. I think most cameras are here named after him because he donated a lot of money for support and appreciation. And we don't ask for much, guys. We just ask for your support. And right now, it needs to be on Rumble. That's where we're going to be, and they have our back. At this point,
we don't know what can happen with YouTube.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's really out of our hands. And yeah.
I mean, they just keeping it real. They know it's over on YouTube. They know it's over. They know it. You know, most people have never been in that studio. That studio is Myron's apartment, right? He modified that apartment for a bunch of reasons. They needed a studio, and there's really a savvy business reason when it comes to write-offs and stuff like that. But 75% of that studio, you know, was his apartment. He has his bedroom with a bath in the bedroom, and that's not the studio. Everything else is the studio. The entire thing is used for the business, right? Savvy move he made. Helps him in tax purposes, and he talks about that on Monday Mondays, right? There's episodes out there when he's talking about it. But the amount of money that has gone into building that studio, you see the sound panels behind them right now that goes all the way through that studio. They have another part of the studio with cameras where it's like a remote section. Like when you first walk into the studio, immediately to your left, there's a room with like a sitting room kind of thing with a sofa and shit, a table, and right, that has cameras and stuff on the wall. So there's people there. There's that couch that you guys see when they have the overflow for women. That's their cameras. You know, the main table, cameras. You know, there's a restroom that's there for people to use. It's a proper studio. I don't know how much money they put into it, but I'm just looking at some of the equipment that I recognize from my time in Hollywood, easily over $100,000. That studio is easily in the six figures. Easily in the six figures. And there's so much equipment you can't see that's put away. Myron has systems and backups for systems and backups for those backups. So he's constantly upgrading the cables. He's getting the best patch cords. Easily six figures. I'm thinking well into the six figures, y'all. The computers that they use, the soundboard that they use is broadcast quality, yo. They can plug in and go live on Fox if they wanted to. So all the money that goes in, all those super chats, they're not joking. That money goes directly into equipment and upgrades for the platform. And all they were asking from people was to like the video, bro. That's all they were asking. Folks are like, man, I'm sorry, I don't have any money. I'm sorry, I can only super chat this $5. Myron's like, look, man, we just need you to like the video, share the video, subscribe. We don't need the money, bro. Because I remember I sent in a super chat and then someone was saying something about, I wish I could send in money like DL Saint or something like that. And he was like, look, you ain't got to be like DL Saint, man. Like, he's doing what he's doing. That's something separate. Just like the video. That's what we need. We need y'all to like the video. It's not about the money. They've said it time and time again. These men are committed to what they are doing, saving other men, improving other men. And they're getting it done. Are there some knuckleheads who will follow them and kind of make it bad? Yeah, but you can't help that. You can't help that. You can't help that. Brother Timmy was saying what Adam did to Donovan with those women say crazy things about him. I am disappointed in Adam. Yeah, I didn't like that at all, man. I did a video on it. I didn't like that at all. I think, again, it goes to that circle, that bubble that, you know, his view comes from that bubble. And, you know, I don't know why he did that, bro. I don't know him well enough to where, you know, I had an opportunity to have that conversation. Because when I saw him, it was before that. Now, the MLD thing, I thought that was hilarious. And I was 100% on MLD. He handled that wrong. Donovan knows what's going on, but Donovan Sharp didn't like that. And, you know, the way I look at it, if someone invites me on their platform, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm expecting some fuckery. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If someone invites me on their platform, if I'm moving like Donovan Sharp, if I'm moving like an MLD, I'm expecting that. If I get somebody who's like real far left and they invite me on their platform and I go, like, I'm expecting an ambush, bro. That is just, I'm expecting a trap. You know what I mean? It's like the Jedi, man. Like, well, I think it's a trap here. Well, let's spring the trap and see what happens. But yeah, Adam was wrong, in my opinion, on that. The way he moves in that sense, yeah, I got it. Yeah, brother Tim, you're right, bro. That had me really wondering, like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, what is your intent here? Going all the way back to where he revealed some stuff about the Tate brothers that he shouldn't have. He has some information on the Tates. This is going way back before Andrew and Tristan got locked up. And Sosnick said something. He mentioned it. And he had to, and Patrick Bet-David had to clean that up. And he had to come, Sosnick came and apologized. But again, it's I don't think there was malice in that. I think he just was running his mouth. You see it a lot in the streets. I think he was just running his mouth. He said too much. I don't think it was any malice in there, but shit, I could be wrong. You know what I mean? And Brother Life of Cash, she was saying, who is allowed to advocate for conspiracy theories? Very few people are. Yeah, unabated. Yeah, very few people are. I mean, I get that. Let's continue.
I mean, we're going to work with them, right? We're going to be diplomatic and, do what we got to do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for y'all to get the content that y'all want
from us,
the way that it needs to be said, we're going to have to do everything on Rumble. We'll still be posting on YouTube, right? To a degree, right? Completely free as usual. But guys, it's expensive to run this. I mean, I really hate to even have this conversation with y'all, but we have a staff of like 20 people.
Being
100% transparent with y'all.
We make it look easy, guys, but like we have people that work for us that legit have a need and depend on us.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for this current platform right now, they wouldn't eat. Neither their kids. So it's kind of like,
especially Mo.
Well, that nigga been eating for a while. But the point is that like right now, guys, like we're being genuine here and telling you, look, listen, we need your help. And if ever before you appreciated the content, you gain value from getting your credit score up, getting a girlfriend or wife, or even getting money from Money Mondays, guys, like we need the help today.
Yeah.
On Rumble.
We really do. Because
man, I can't tell you, like I was talking and telling stories about the guys who come up and say, you saved my life. I was going to end it all. And I saw this video, or I read this book, or I did whatever. Right. I've seen those guys are out there. There are more than you think. There are a lot of those guys, but the vast majority of dudes, when you go, again, when Myron and Fresh had the event for their 1 million subscriber party, right? They had an outdoor event in Brickell under the trains, right there in the backside of Brickell. And there was a bunch of people there, man. It must have been, I don't know how many people were there, bro, but easily 60 people, maybe 100. I mean, it was a lot of guys. Maybe it wasn't, I don't know. I don't want to lie, but it was a good crowd, all wearing Fresh and Fit merch, all came to hear and talk. And most of these guys will come up, man, and they'll say, hey, bro, when I found Fresh and Fit, my credit score was like 520. Now my credit score is 780. You know what I mean? I just want to thank you guys. I'm able to get credit cards. These young guys like, man, no one ever talked to me about money before or credit. And I went and I did what you said, and I got these cards, and I pay my bill once a month, and I'm out here working, and I'm in the gym, and I'm eating right, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. These guys are coming up like, man, what you said works. They didn't have to pay a dime for that information, bro. They had to pay nothing. You listen to Money Mondays, bro. Guys out there like, man, I'm buying my third building. Myron, I'm buying my third building. Dudes running up to Fresh like, Fresh, that show you did about credit and getting cars, I was able to get my dream car. He was like, my dream car was only a Lexus, but I was able to get it. And Fresh, Fresh was being humble, like, man, it's good, bro. Your dream car, whatever that is, we showed you how to get it. We showed you how to do it. He's like, yeah, man, I'm just so happy, man. These guys have come down. You could see it in their eyes, man. They was so happy, like, yo, your information, stuff that you would think would come from your home. No one's out there teaching young people, period, about credit, right? Again, we're being, as a society, we're being groomed to be batteries, man, to be drones. Go out there and just work until you collapse. And we're just going to suck all that energy out of you. Go out there and do stupid stuff. Right? Go out there and get these. I mean, man, look, these men, when they have events and you see the legions of guys who come and they can't wait to they'll shake Myron's hand, they'll shake Fresh's hand. You see them, bro. You think they're looking at the biggest stars on the planet. Like they're sitting there and they're so happy. Like, man, look what I did. Look at my credit score. Man, I was able to get, you know what I mean? I was able to come from the bottom, all the way from the bottom, man. Now I'm at the top, man. I'm in the top 20. Women see me, bro. Look. Some of them be like they running rotations. That's what they wanted to do. Some dudes are like, man, I got me a great woman and we're vetting. I'm in the vetting process right now, man. You know what I'm saying? We're almost there. I got a good one. I think I want to marry her. You know, and the guy's out there working hard and trying to do what he's trying to lead. Come on, man.
And I hate to even say this, man, because it's like we prided ourselves on like, yo, we're just gonna show up every week. We're gonna give y'all 6 shows completely free. You don't have to send in a super chat if you don't want to. Just watch the content. We'll be cool. But I don't know what it is.
And we've made investments ourselves as well, real estate as well as other businesses. So we are on some level stable.
Yeah.
But to keep this running,
to keep this running
high quality,
at this level,
the guests and what we spend to even get people out here, it's a lot. And people out.
Myron and Fresh pay for people to come out there. Like when people agree to do their show, they fly them out. They put them in nice hotels. I was in Miami. I was in studio when Saint in the Center was there the second time. Saint in the Center was there. I was there in the studio. I know what hotel they put him in. And it was one of the better hotels in Brickell. Right? How do I know? I was with Fresh. After the show was over, we took I forgot the brother's name. Marquette. We took Marquette from the studio to his hotel room with his assistant. Myron was going out to find them food because they weren't able to have food in the studio. Again, Myron and Fresh were learning. So they went. Myron was jumping in the Range Rover to go get food and bring it to. No, he came to get Marquette to take him to get something to eat. Fresh and I went off to go do some networking because Fresh had some networking to do. I think we wound up in Komodo that night. That's when he was first starting to go to Komodo. Right. So this was. God, man, I went to the studio about 10 p.m. and here we are, 1 a.m. Hey, running off to do some stuff. Myron's coming out the house to do stuff. These dudes working hard. They take care of people. They pay for that stuff, bro. They pay for airfare. They pay for accommodations. They pay for food. They do that, and they're not trying to get any money back from the supporters. Like, man, just like the videos. So I wanted to throw that out there, man, so y'all can see how serious this is. They've never asked for money. They're not out there trying to get money like that. The courses, what's the biggest course that Fresh and Fit has ever been behind, right? DMs on demand. They only do the course when people beg them to do the course, and I'm like, all right, we'll do another one. They don't do it like they're not out there just trying to rake in the dollars. If that were the case, they'd be doing DMs on demand twice a month and just running the price up. They don't do that.
Work for us. So
yeah. So the reason why, guys, we're able to continue updating equipment, right? Like I know y'all made jokes about the internet, whatever. We get stuff fixed quick like that because we made investments into the equipment. Guys, I have backup microphones. I have backup mixers. I have backup equipment that is really expensive, right? But I had that there for the show. Like, y'all see me, I wear the same clothes. You guys make fun of me. Myron, you wear the same stuff. You got no drip, blah, blah, blah. I do it because I'm like, yo, the only thing that matters is the pod. Like, I don't care about me looking good and being flashy and all that stuff. And Fresh was like, nah, I don't care about it either. Like, he gave up all his cars pretty much, watches, all that stuff, because we're like, bro, we need to be all in with the podcast. We need to invest in the podcast. And we invested more in recruiting, getting Chris the resources he needs, because we have like a whole operation with like getting girls on the show. Guys, it's extremely difficult. How many people have you seen try to do what we do with bringing girls on and absolutely fail and quit? We've been doing it consistently for 3 years, guys, and that eats up so much money, so much time, so much resources. But we said, you know what? We're going to continue to invest in it because you guys want the content. We're not going to quit. We're going to keep giving you guys what you guys wanted from the beginning.
And especially with our reputation, guys, it is not easy getting guests for the show or girls, just so you know.
Yeah.
It looks easy because we do it every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but it's not easy for Chris, for us. So understand your support.
That's why
needed.
Chris is so fat right now and alcoholic. I mean, if I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all, like if I'm gonna be
It's
all the
stressful.
way, like a big reason why we don't like shit on Chris so much, even though we should, right? For his drinking and shit. Like, bro, he has a stressful ass job.
Yeah.
Like he really has a stressful ass job. All these other channels are trying to do what Chris is doing.
Yeah.
And they can't do it.
Thanks.
And the only reason we're able to do it is because we invest in it. We believe in Chris. Chris has a whole team underneath him.
Shit. I mean, we did a show on Wednesday to show appreciation for Chris.
Yeah.
Because all the work he puts in.
Yeah. So, guys, I'm not.
Man, he ain't even exaggerating about that, man. It's Chris is out there literally in the trenches trying to get women to come on the program. He's, getting out there. He does have a team. When PBD, when Valuetainment had that live event with Fresh and Fit, I was there. End of the night, I had I had Chris with me and one of his friends. And it was the end of the night. And it's like, oh, let's all get home. One of the things that Myron does is make sure everyone's good before he leaves. So Myron's getting Ubers for people. Sosnick was there. Sosnick was like, man, I'm good. I'm about to go over here. You got his people. Big Mo was there. I was there. A bunch of Myron and like friends of the Fresh and Fit platform were there. Have been there. Like day one guys were there. There was a few of those guys there. Myron had a couple, had his women with him. So, Myron was like, let me get Chris his Uber. And then Mo was like, nah, bro. Saint's here, man. Saint to take him. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take him. Like, Saint, you sure? Myron wanted to pay an Uber when I'm like, I'm going down there, bro. It's not the thing, man. So I took Chris to his crib. Yeah, I know where Chris lives. I know where they all live, right? Like I'm part of that world. I'm like, no problem, man. You know what I'm saying? And Myron was like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, I got this, man. Stop it, man. Can I please do something? Can I please help out? You about dinner, you took care of all this other stuff. Can I please do this? He was like, all right, Saint, all right. And I didn't want to leave him there. I was sitting there waiting for them to get into their Uber. I'm kind of sitting on the corner, watching, making sure he's good. But, Second Amendment, baby. We're all licensed to carry out here. So I knew he was good. He's trained. You know what I mean? He's on his training is on par with like the training that I had when it comes to the range and, using the weapon and all that tactics. So I was like, he's good. But it just goes to show like how Myron doesn't want to take any money, any from anyone. He wants to take care of everything himself. That stuff he's talking about leading and all that and being the man and leading. He does that in all aspects, guys. All aspects. Let's continue.
I'm not saying this to be like, oh my God, I feel sorry for us. But it's like for us to run the show at this level, right, where we are competing with some of the top podcasts in the world that are heavily funded, have sponsors, etc. We don't have sponsors like that, guys. Because look at the content that we make. We're bringing on really controversial guests, talking about really controversial topics. Guys, we had a debate on a certain topic that I won't even go into that other people would never touch.
Yeah.
Talking about Nick Fuentes.
Who else is doing that? Giving you guys consistent value, etc. And when I stand on this, when I truly say we have saved more lives and saved more men's and impacted more men's lives than any other podcast on any platform.
And
I can concretely say that thanks to you guys.
And it shows wherever we go. Fresh and Fit, you guys saved my life. Yo, you changed my entire life. I'm now happy because I was so depressed. It's just like wherever we go, Dubai, Canada, UK, even here in Miami,
Romania,
wherever we go, man.
People,
I was in Jamaica, bro, for an event. People came up to me.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man. So, like again, this is kind of what it is. Like I said before, we pride ourselves on like not charging out, and we're still not going to tell you guys like, oh yeah, you have to blah blah blah. But if you can, right, subscribe on Rumble, guys. It's $5, man.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
Actually, Chris,
locals is $20.
Show you guys as well.
Yeah, we'll show y'all how to do it. We'll show screen.
But to show even more, we're going to be moving the studio to a bigger, better location as well with your support.
I wasn't even going to tell y'all that. I was going to surprise you guys. But yeah, guys, we man, we're going to be all the way transparent.
Yeah. See, okay, someone already joined already. Sam World Z47. So is that so you need to open up the Fresh and Fit Rumble account and then go to subscribe at the very bottom right. So the chat has to be open and the live chat as well.
You know what, man? I'm just gonna say it, guys. We're getting attacked on all angles. I've been like, whether it's the press writing articles on us, videos getting taken down that other channels are not getting taken down and it's the same exact content or whatever it may be, Rumble getting hit, right, for free speech, video, like just get strikes, whatever it may be. Guys, it's gotten to the point now where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fucking have to say that shit. I really didn't want to have to admit that. I wanted to just move the studio, surprise you guys. Yo, new studio. It's lit, right? But dude, there is a matrix, man. Like, I mean, we've talked about this with Andrew at length. Like, people don't want you guys to get this message, dude.
Even Rumble's under attack too,
bro.
For everybody.
Yeah, they're trying to shut Rumble down.
I think
it's getting to the point where it's really hard to argue that point that he just made. There really seems to be an effort by media, mainstream media, YouTube, social media, to shut down the male improvement message. I'm just looking at how it is, man. It seems to be the case. I don't know why. I don't know why. You know, say what you want about Andrew Tate, but he's helped guys. Same thing. Say what you want about Rollo Tomasi. He's helped men. Say what you want about Rich Cooper. He's helped men. Donovan Sharp, Coach Greg Adams. They've all helped people. They've all helped. They've helped men. And they've all been targeted. It's just one of those things, bro. Like, just looking at it, like, wow, you know, this is crazy. This is crazy. If you got a problem with some of the content, say, hey, man, we got to sit down, have a talk. Like, we got a problem with some of this content. Okay. And YouTube can say, we don't want the conspiracy stuff. We don't want, you know what I mean, the racial stuff. We don't want that. You know what I mean? Go ahead and put that somewhere else. All right, then put that on Rumble. But we cool with the rest. But they're not doing that. They just want to shut the whole thing down. Right? Sister Candace is right. You can kill a man, but you can't kill an idea. You can't. And again, out there, bro, if y'all out there, if y'all listening to me, what can you do to help Fresh and Fit? We already talked about that. Y'all need to find other men around you, get together, start meeting, bro. Start getting together, man. Come off of social media, come off of the internet, meet in real life. Sit down and discuss how we can help. That's what you guys get together and say, hey, man, that's what we do as the Knights. That's what we're doing right now. The Knights we have business, but we're also like, all right, what can we do to help this? This just came up. What can we do? And then move accordingly. And once y'all get y'all groups together, reach out to others, reach out to us, reach out to Cornerstone, Rod, Eric, and them, reach out to him, reach out to me, reach out to others, and we all come together and we figure it out. Like I said, yeah, it's the money thing. We can do events to make money. That's not a problem. We know the kind of money that the Fresh and Fit men bring to the table. One event and the Fresh and Fit podcast can have enough money to pay for that new studio for the whole year, the whole budget, pay for all the employees. That's one of the things I'm going to talk about with Myron and Fresh. Like, hey, man, what's the budget look like? What's the annual budget look like? So then we know how much money we need to go raise. We can do that. We can do that. Fresh and Fit fan base is worldwide. We can do that. But we need to be organized and we need to be ready.
I think at some point there was free speech where it was like, okay, you know what? Say what you got to say. We won't crucify you. But nowadays, free speech is kind of like, is it even a thing? I mean, not really.
And you know, and I've already put a considerable amount of my money into this new studio for you guys. I already put it in. I'm like all in. You know what I mean? And it's okay. I'm never gonna say, well, I'm doing this, blah blah blah, and I hate doing this. I love doing this. I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I didn't love doing this. I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great. but saving you guys is better.
And this is a part right here where all of the Fresh and Fit haters came out and they were laughing and joking and giggling, talking about, oh, you know, Myron's crying. Oh, he's just a big whatever. This man committed his entire life to this, bro. He walked away from what he loved to do so we can go out here and change lives and save men. He is 100% all in on this, bro. And if you follow Fresh and Fit, that's not the first time the brothers gotten emotional. I remember when they found out about Red Pill Mike dying. On air, live on air. When they found out, they were shocked. Red Pill Mike was one of their day ones, man. He's always been down with him, man. And when we lost Red Pill Mike, and I'm talking about the community, Myron had to step away for a second, compose himself, man. It shows you how close he is to his supporters, man. It's like they don't, Fresh and Fit don't call their guys fans. They call them supporters. And women. Sorry, Sister Candace. They don't call their guys and girls, they women and men fans. They're supporters. That's where I got it from. Supporters. Day ones. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Right? And he was like, well, he said you're not supposed to cry. Like, no, he's not supposed to cry in front of women. That's what he says. And that's why he got up and walked away. He went to go compose himself. He went to go get himself together. Let me get myself together. I'll be right back. I agree with that. He shouldn't be sitting there crying like Van Jones. Brother Mandrell's in the building. What's good, fam? And Sister Candace is like, thank you, Brother DL. Anybody making fun of Myron for having an honest moment is a moron. Facts. It shows you how committed he is to what they have built. And make no mistake about it, man, they built this. Kevin Samuels, Brother Kevin Samuels himself said on multiple occasions, he will point to Fresh and Fit. It's like, man, they built an entire studio. Look, men build things. Built an entire studio. I'm going to try to get a peek at that new studio while I'm down there. Brother Doug, I don't agree with all the Fresh and Fit content, but I don't understand all of the hate they receive. Facts. I'm the same way, man. I don't agree with everything. Why would I? I don't agree with everything my knights say. My knights don't agree with everything that I say. Right? Brother Life of Cash was out last night, man. We had a couple drinks. We didn't agree with everything we had to say. We didn't. But we love the fact that we were able to fellowship as brothers, as men. And we're going to continue to do so. We're building something. Just like Myron and Fresh built something. They have people relying on them and they're going to get it done. Man, that's a lot of pressure, bro. It's a lot of pressure, man. And then people going to sit there and try to call them out, make them look like a certain way or in a negative light because he had a moment, a real moment, and he stepped away to regain his composure. All right, so this Candace was saying, yeah, Kevin Samuels was emotional on his program as well. Facts. You give your, like, I put a lot of time into what we're doing here. With this little bitty thing we're doing right here, we got this little bitty thing here. And when people come up to me or send me messages and they tell me how they really appreciate what I'm doing and they don't want me to stop, I mean, shoot, you don't think I get choked up a little bit when strangers reach out to me? I had two of my knights were telling me that there's one of their neighbors watches Downrange Podcast. They were like, what? You're like, yeah, I watch Downrange Podcast. They had to pull it up like this podcast? Like, yeah, like that's our guy. It's like, tell him I like his stuff. We're out here reaching people, man. That's the beauty of social media. That's the beauty of the internet, right? That's a great thing about YouTube. And yet there is a small faction of people who are trying to control it because they want to take away your freedoms. Simple as that. I mean, it's just that simple because they think you can't handle it. They think that you're so fragile that they got to treat you like an 8-month-old and protect you from words. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Let's continue.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro. Because We put our lives into this, you know. We didn't miss a day, honestly. It's tough. We gave up so much to give you guys value. So yep. It's current status. But yeah, Chris, how you feeling, bro?
I mean, it's tough, guys, because at the end of the day, you guys have been with us from the beginning, from the start. The merch gang, the chat, the mods. You guys know the work we put in, the effort, the hours. You guys see me, me, Myron, Fresh, Mo, putting in work. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to people that actually tune in every day. I see you guys, and it's just one of those things, man. We put in, the energy, time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. You guys saw our journey from the start to finish. When we first broke 100 live viewers on stream, I remember the day, and I was like, "Yo, we got 100 live viewers. This is lit." I saw the post, and I still remember the day, the feeling, and it's just tough. That's why I continue to work my ass off on getting high quality girls on the show. Even though some days I don't feel like dealing with these 304s, I still do it. I get upset when we don't have shows. We have to cancel shows because I know you guys look forward to, hey, Chris, I'm driving home from work. I can't wait to see after hours. As soon as I cancel after hours, you guys are like, yo, what's going on? So I get that, what the show means to a lot of you guys. And yeah, I mean,
and not only that, but like,
I don't think people really understand how hard that is, man. Getting out there in Brickell, Miami ain't that big. Everyone in Miami is aware of Fresh and Fit. I can remember when I first got a T-shirt, a Fresh and Fit T-shirt, some of their merch. I was wearing the T-shirt in Brickell. I went to this Italian joint in Mary Brickell Village, and I was wearing this T-shirt. And this is, Miami is very blue, is very liberal. Although it's in a red state, it is. Miami is a blue oasis within a red state. And I'm sitting down. I'm at a table by myself. I'm eating. I'm just killing some time. In fact, I was waiting to go to the studio. I was waiting to go to the Fresh and Fit studio. So I was wearing their merch. And one of the waiters who was just working real hard, one of the busboy types, came over to my table and was like, "Yo, I love that shirt, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're my guys." That was way back then. You can't go through. Everybody in Miami know who Fresh and Fit is. Everybody in Miami know who Chris is and Big Mo. So when you're going out, he's going out trying to get people to do the show. The majority of women be like, no, start talking crazy. He has to deal with that night after night after night, just trying to get people to come in there, trying to get women to come in there. And Fresh is out there trying to get guests. Most guests, man, the big guys, they love Fresh and Fit, but they're not going to be on camera. They're not going to. When Waka Flocka came, I was shocked. I was like, good look. That was good, but wow. And he had to leave. He had to leave. Like, all right, it's gone too far. I got to get out of here. So what they're doing is very difficult. It takes a lot of work. We have 1,500 supporters, right? Our subscriber count is over 1,500, 1,520 something, which is amazing, right? I'm so grateful. It's amazing. They got 1.4, 1.5, 1.6 million. If I miss a show, it's cool. Y'all will forgive me. Like, I didn't do a show yesterday, but I'm doing this show now and I can jump on and do whatever. Y'all will forgive me. But could you imagine having millions of people waiting for this content? Like, you have to give it to them. So when you just don't feel like doing it, you got to go. You got to go. They gave up tickets to go see the Miami Heat doing the finals or whatever it was. It was a playoff game or a finals game. People like, hey man, come to the game with us. We got, tickets. They were like, nope, we got it. We're doing the show. Someone that came in that night, I forget who the show was, but they came in and they did that show. It was more important to them to go and do the show and bring that content to their supporters, than it was to go out and have a good time and go watch the Heat play. That's a tough call, man. How many of y'all would do that? Fresh and Myron get invited to all sorts of cool stuff, man. which includes being in the VIP, which includes being on yachts, which includes being on private jets. And they'll say no. Man, we can't. We got to do this show. How many of y'all would do that? And Sister Candace, 1.48 million. All those people have been deprived a show that they really love, and they can't even. YouTube is ready to just take that away from them. That's crazy.
Like, imagine giving up your entire life to support people that you care about, even at the detriment of you losing your job, you having social life, you actually being present at vacations or outside environments. And you say, you know what? Nah, screw all that. We care about you guys over our feelings, how we feel at the moment, and we won't miss a show for you guys. Look at Myron, bro. Like Myron, I mean, shit, I put in work, but Myron goes extra mile just to give you guys like a piece of his soul, bro. Like this guy, like legit, dedicated his life, left his career to be with you guys. And for anyone saying that this is fake, this is not fake at all. This is genuine. Generally how we feel about, what's happening, and like all the work that we put into this. It's been like 3 years, and it's not easy because we gave up a lot, and we made a lot of impact too as well to people, but it came at a cost. And I can't say on camera everything that happened behind the scenes, but if you guys really understood what we gave up to keep doing this, when you say El Chris, El Mo, El Myron, whatever, like, you understand, at the very beginning, we were going through some terrible things. Death threats, people coming at our doorstep. Like, you have no idea what we went through to keep this going. And then to be not told why we're being taken off the platform like that in the program is kind of crazy, because putting a lot of work, man. So,
man, he ain't lying. He ain't lying a little bit, man. People are just so weird, man. Like I said, Fresh would come pick me up. He'll hit me up like, "What's up, man?" I hit him like, "Fresh, what's good, bro?" He's like, "Yo, I'm about to go to such and such." He's like, "Yo, you should pull up." I'm like, "All right, bet. I'm gonna come through." He's like, "Where you at?" "Oh, I'm at the W, man." Like, "All right, here I come. I'll come get you." Fresh would come pick me up, pull up in a Lamborghini. That's when he had the Lamborghini truck. You know what I mean? Before that, he used to pull up in a Range Rover. Like, "What's up, man?" We were I met up with him at Komodo. Fresh and Chris were there, and it was popping. And that night, Fresh wouldn't take a dime from me. He was like, "Yo, man, at our 100,000 party, man, you bought them bottles. Like, your money's no good tonight, bro." No, he wouldn't take a dime, man. They had bottles coming. We in Komodo, man. It was popping, man. What do y'all young kids call it? Lit. It was lit. Then it's over, right? About 3 a.m, something like 2 or 3 a.m. Is it 2? Nah, about 1 or 2 a.m. We all leave. Fresh don't go out the regular door, man. Like I said, he's a legit cool kid, man. Like, the way he's moving, I'm used to moving. That's how I moved in LA. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I see you, boy. This is how you're supposed to move. Go get in the vehicle, man. Jump in the Range Rover. He was like, "What you about to do, man?" Like, "Yo, Saint, what you about to do?" I'm like, "I don't know. Maybe I just call it a night." He was like, "Hey, man, we finna go to such and such, some club, some strip club. Like, you want to go?" I'm like, "All right, bet." Puts me in the vehicle with him and his people. We ride out to the joint, right? We got a bunch of women we had just met from California, ride out there with us. It's like we're in 2 or 3 cars, get to the spot. We in there just kicking it. End of the night, I'm like, "All right, man, it's the sun about to come up, bro." I'm like, "All right, I'm about to get me a Uber." He was like, "Nah, man, you don't need no Uber, get in." So he shoves me in the car with all these women and takes me back to my hotel, drops me off. Man, Fresh didn't have to do any of that, bro. And that's just one example of him doing that. I got so many. Like, the brother really takes care of people, man. He didn't have to do that. And people still steady hating on him, man. I've been with him. We walking down the street, people screaming out their cars saying, this one dude, this black dude, man, saw Fresh walking down the street. And I'm looking at the dude because y'all know I keep my eyes up. I'm always looking. I see the car slow down. I see the window come down. Like, that's, to me, that's a possible threat. I'm looking, and it's a dude. He just kind of got his head out the window, and he was like, "Oh, look, that's Fresh." Like, he looked like a straight groupie when he said that, and then a moment later, he talking crazy to Fresh. "Oh, Fresh, you ain't shit. Duh, you ain't Fresh. Duh," saying all this stuff. I watched the man go from 100% groupie to hater. Fresh just kept it moving, man. He didn't even turn around. I was fussing at Fresh that night, like, man, you need to quit parking on the sidewalks, man. Go ahead and valet, bro. I'll pay the $100, whatever it is, to valet. And that night he was in the Lambo truck. He valets now, in case anybody's wondering. But just to see that guy go from 100% groupie to 100% hater in a fraction of a second. Why? Because it'll make him look cool. You can see the guy was admiring. He admires Fresh, and then he starts talking shit about him. This is the kind of stuff they deal with all the time, man.
I just mean, reach out for your support, man. That's it.
Sorry, I got something in my eye. Yeah, I mean, guys, I mean, yeah, we're human. And it just sucks when something that you worked so hard to build up, they're just, and here's the thing, it's not about the money, man.
Yeah.
It really isn't about the money, man. I could walk away from all this and be okay.
Today.
What bothers me is if we're not able to be on YouTube, we might not be able to reach someone who really needs us. If you guys saw the amount of messages I get where they say I was going to end it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I saw your video.
The question is, who else is going to do it?
How you going to be mad at Myron for getting emotional over the fact that YouTube is jeopardizing his ability to save humans? People trying to clown Myron because he cares about people he doesn't even know. This is why censorship is so dangerous. This is why censorship is un-American. There's somebody out there who will watch some of their content and decide not to go out there and hurt a bunch of people. They will decide not to hurt themselves. Where else are they going to go to get it? I don't care how you feel about these men. You need to go and look at their content if you can find it. You need to go judge these men by the content of their character, what they're trying to do. Yes, they've made mistakes. Yes, they've done some stupid shit. Yes, they have, and so have I. And so have you. But they are saving lives, bro. I can't say that. I can't say that. I've never had a man come up to me and tell me he was going to end it all. Not yet. I've never had a man come up to me and tell me that. I was going to end it all until I saw that video. You spoke to me and I stopped. I stayed to see another day. Come on, man. Why wouldn't he get emotional about that? And shame on YouTube for trying to stop them from doing that work. How about YouTube sit down at the table and say, hey, man, we got a problem with some of this content. So we don't want the after hours stuff on the platform. I'm pretty sure Myron and Fresh will say, all right, we'll put that on Rumble. But we don't have a problem at all with this stuff you guys are doing on the early shows. In fact, we like that. You know, we're talking about building credit. And you're talking about getting into the gym and all that. This is wrong, man. This is absolutely wrong. This is not what I fought for. This is not what the Constitution is about. This is not what America is about.
Who? You know? Yeah. So, guys, you can find us on Rumble, man. The link is in the chat. It's right there on the screen as well. If you really support us, we have just one thing. It's to go to Rumble, Fresh and Fit, go to live chat, and click subscribe.
Yeah, and you know, the show goes on. It goes on.
Yeah.
You know, but
this
now,
is
they're gonna need a. But it matters. But you know, for how long is what the question is now.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going. We're absolutely gonna keep going, guys. But like I said before, for us to run it at a certain level, to take care of all the people below, right? That help us out, etc. It's for that, man, because we want to keep running this thing for y'all. This isn't about the money. If I got to take a pay cut, I will gladly do that. I will gladly take a pay cut. That's fine. I don't give a shit about that. I want to be able to continue to run the show at the same level that we run the show.
If you think about it, we are.
Yeah,
we're still going to do it.
Yeah.
For you guys.
We're still going to do it.
Yeah.
Facts. We're still going to do it.
So,
real quick, I think we probably have some Rumble rants or whatever.
Yeah, just give me a second.
But yeah, all our channels are like demonetized, every one of us. So Fed Reacts, Fresh&Fit CEO, Clips channel, more clips. They're all gone, guys, basically. Off the
or they're still there,
but
we're gonna figure out how we're gonna post on those for y'all because we still don't even know how we're gonna do it.
If we can at least.
Yeah, if we can.
We don't know right now.
But we're definitely what we're gonna do is we're definitely gonna be on Rumble. So y'all will be able to find us there. As far as Fed Reacts, I'll probably still do it for y'all. You know what I mean? I'll still give you guys the case breakdowns free. But we'll figure something out. But anyway, where we at here?
Yep. There we go.
And then guys, don't forget
we need y'all to subscribe, bro.
And also
join the locals. Like real talk, if you guys truly rock with us, if we've impacted your life, we've saved you, we've helped you out to some degree, subscribe on Rumble. I don't know if they showed y'all how to do it while I was gone.
Yeah, we did.
Getting the sand out my eye. But yeah. What was that?
Also, guys, man, don't forget, if you want to support Myron Gaines, get the book.
Get the book. I forgot about
Why Women Deserve More. It's a great book. You should read it. It helps you a lot. And if you want to support me as well, man, join the CEO Network, man, because that's going to be our commitments, our value adds as well.
Yeah.
In between everything else. So get the book, CEO Network. We'll see you guys in there as well.
Yeah.
As well as Rumble.
But yeah, we need you guys to join on locals, man, on a Rumble. Like for us to keep this going. Real talk, man.
And that's what they did. The video went on a couple more, like maybe a minute or so more, and then they moved over to Rumble, and they went on the Rumble rants. They were saying, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't know if I'm more upset with YouTube for threatening free speech or the fact that they made me join Rumble. I joined Rumble because of YouTube. That sucks. But you know what though? We're gonna get together. We're gonna get the word out. We're gonna put the word out to our extremely capable men, our brothers out there, the engineers and the programmers of the world, the salespeople, like I said, and we're going to get together. And if we can't make Rumble better, then maybe we'll start on another platform. We need competition to make YouTube change. Someone put in the chat when they was talking about look at what happened with Bud Light. The market corrected that. Bud Light overstepped and it cost them dearly. It's just a matter of time before YouTube oversteps. Just a matter of time before YouTube oversteps. You know what I mean? And it's, Sister Candace, she's like, Tim Ballard lost 1,000 paid members on his platform 24 hours after he sat down with Trump and interviewed him about child trafficking. The memberships paid to help free children from these atrocities. Yeah. You know, I'm going to see later on today, I'm going to see Freedom, Sound of Freedom, I think what it's called. I'm gonna go see that. I meant to see it last weekend. I ran out of time. So I'm gonna go as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna watch that movie. I'll probably go see the Barbie movie too, although I don't want to, but I'll probably watch the Barbie movie as well. But yeah, you're right. I mean, we can't stifle people. Freedom of speech. What YouTube is doing right now is the same as people burning books. I don't see it as any different. Like I said, it's completely un-American. Completely un-American. Sister Candace is right. Censorship and political disagreement is real. It's what's going on here is absolutely wrong. For those who want to support the Fresh and Fit podcast, you want to help Myron and Fresh, just do what they ask. Go over and join Rumble like I did today. It sucks. And, YouTube made me join Rumble. I absolutely can't stand Rumble, but I'm over there now to support my guys. Join their locals, right? When you go over to Rumble, is a link right there. You can join their locals. Join their locals if you can. If you can afford to pay, please do. If you just dare to like and support, do that as well. Guys need to go ahead and start to get together. Wherever you are in America, y'all need to start getting together. Right? Seek each other out. Forget about politics. It's not about political alliance or anything like that. Forget about red pill, blue pill, man. This is all about freedom. This is about America, man. This is about the Constitution. But the one thing that changes us and makes us different than the rest of the world is our freedoms. And I would argue our most cherished freedom is the freedom of speech. This is how it starts, y'all. So if you want to help Myron and Fresh, that's what you do. I'm going to continue to talk about this. I'm going to spotlight others. It's not just Myron and Fresh, but I'm going to continue to talk about this. This is wrong. Like, this is wrong. We're going to continue to talk about this. This is something that we can fix. We can fix this, y'all. We can fix this. And I'm just going to end with this. I read this earlier, and I think this is fitting to end on this. First, they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I am not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I am not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. Read that poem to your kids. Read that poem to your classmates, your coworkers, to your friends. Read that poem to your enemies. Read that poem. Listen to that man's words. Listen to his words. This is how it starts, people. Thanks for rocking out with me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. You know what I mean? Like, this is amazing. I mean, to have this ability to fellowship, you know what I mean, with all my day ones. Thank you, all my nights in here. Sister Candace, thank you for being in here, always repping me, you know what I mean, repping this platform. Everyone who was in here, Last Good Man in Jersey, you know what I mean, Brother Doug, Brother Mandrell popped in, everybody who was in here, everyone I didn't mention, I'm sorry. I can't scroll through everyone. I mean, we're getting to the point where so many of us, we can't name everybody anymore. Lady Navour's in the building. Thanks, sis. Thanks for coming through. We just signing off. Thank y'all so much. We're going to continue to talk about this. We're going to continue to talk about this. If you do not speak out when they come for you, there'll be no one left to speak out for you. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.